Hello everybody, we are back for the moment, and I kind of figured out the problem. You see these train lines that go out? Here, well this one's not a problem here. But these freight lines that go out, like this one here, there is only one station on each of these tracks. And what has happened is they've bugged out. This happens with a lot of games, apparently, from what I've been reading. And some of their suggestion is to completely separate the passenger lines from everything else. Which, actually, I might just delete the passengers, because if we go to mass transit, we notice no one's using the trains anyway. It's not even bringing in tourists. So I'm just going to demolish all the passenger train stations, because nobody uses them. Is a passenger train station right there? Yeah, you're a passenger train station. All the passenger train stations are being demolished. All three of them. Because nobody uses them. So, and one suggestion is that you keep your passenger lines separate from your freight lines. Which we don't have a problem with that. Now, because we destroyed the passenger lines. Now, one suggestion is, to try to fix it, is you demolish your outgoing connections. Like so. Like these. And it will apparently reset them. Apparently that's been part of the problem. We stopped getting the another passenger train station. We stopped getting cargo in for the city. Sucks to be you guys. Did it really suck that much? Not really. But yeah, without these tracks, we don't get freight in. Without the freight, we don't get goods. Without the goods, the commercial dies, and that just kind of spontaneously happened. Now this can happen anywhere. The people who have 500,000 people who are just discovering this problem, and there are people that have only 100,000 people, or some even less, discovering this problem. And it's happening on both the modded and unmodded games. So I'm doing this, and I'm going to wait for all the trains to disappear on the rail network. That's going to cause some massive problems for the industry. But it's one reason why, like, these guys weren't getting... They were getting the errors saying there's nowhere to sell goods, because the exporting is particularly badly affected. And one of the reasons for that is, at each one of these tracks, there is only one station that can only accept one train at a time. And so, there's a giant bottleneck in terms of these systems. Which is a bit unfortunate. We'll see if this suggested fix, which is to demolish and reconnect. Where the hell are you going? Okay, we'll leave one passenger station. One. Because that's a full train. I've never seen a full train come in. But, so we'll leave it. So yes. That might be the source of the problem. It might not be. We will find out. Hopefully it is. And we can continue. If it isn't... well, hopefully it fixes it. If it doesn't fix it, the city's done, pretty much. And, okay, so there goes a freight train. Some stuff to be exported. I'll get the trains out. Here goes another freight train. Some stuff to be exported. that out. Here comes some stuff being imported. 87% full. Let's watch the train. Why am I looking at it backwards? So we're going into the city backwards now. But yeah, so this train problem might be part of the reason why we're having these issues. Because if these trains don't work right, the city fails, basically. If the freight lines don't work right. Because most cities, you have to have enough, well, let's say New York City. New York City has to have a massive lifeline in mostly trains now, because they don't have that much of a port. So mostly locomotives bringing in freight. And there is a port in New Jersey that helps feed New York City. And then, is that a level crossing? Oh well. And the truck traffic that comes into the city. Without that functioning properly, New York City would die. And much like that, this city also requires that to be functioning correctly. And without it, this city will also die. And, so yeah. That's why all the commercial just keeled over. I'm going to tab now that that's out. It's sitting here. It has filled up. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff coming out now, and we got all these freight trucks coming in. And good. Okay, so we got that kind of working now. Good. I'd rather have traffic jams in my city. With the trains in my city, instead of going out, to be perfectly honest. Where are you coming from? I don't know. Oh, okay, you're all bringing tourists into here. Which is perfectly a-okay with me. We can only have one passenger station connected to the outside world, apparently. All other passenger stations must be in-house in the city. Disconnected from the power grid? Who's disconnected from the power grid? No. Oh. That. You disconnected. Problem solved. So yeah, we'll see if this solves the problem. We've got the cargo and freight and everything moving again. By resetting everything, essentially. Just cut all the routes off and reset everything. And that got us moving the cargo. We got this guy coming in. A tiny bit of freight. That's been offloaded. And now this will be loaded to 60% and off it goes. So we'll see if that helps. Now, one thing that's an immediate benefit is there's now demand for residential. There's now demand for, well, there's always low demand for both of those. They were just dying. So yeah, there we go. So this might fix it, maybe? Maybe. But it also means one thing. You can only have one passenger terminal and apparently 3 freight terminals. I have 1, 2, I've got like 5 or 6. So we'll see if this bug happens again. But it's all because at the end of each one of these lines there is only one station off in the distance out there to service the trains. And if it's not handled correctly, it bugs the hell out. So, yep. That stuff's going out. This stuff is coming in. Tiny train. That concerns me with it only having 2 cars. So we'll see. We got stuff happening again. Slightly. We got freight coming in via the trains and going out via the trains. This thing isn't doing much at all, which concerns me. Because this used to be backed up and sending stuff all over the place, and now it just isn't. You know, these boats are coming in full. No, they're not. They're not coming in full. Once again, concerning me. Because they used to be coming in full, and now they're not. But then, with all the sudden death of all the commercial, that can be part of the problem. There we go. We got a bunch of stuff coming in. Deliveries. I'm slightly worried about these broken things. Also, there's a mod that I'm going to be downloading soon when it's finished that fixes the traffic AI so everything will flow better. We'll actually go around each other and pass and not use just one lane everywhere. Enough goods to sell. That's my concern. Disappointing. So he got stuff. This other guy didn't get anything. The more that happens, the more I get concerned about it. Look at this, look at this. Full, but there's no cars. I'm still very worried. All we can do... That's going in. Transporting cargo. It's spitting cargo trains out pretty quickly, though, so that's a benefit. Even if some of them are broken. And not showing up at the full length. I'd much prefer internal traffic jams than cargo lines not working at all. So we'll see. This might fix the problem. We might be getting more delivery vans again and everything else. Tractor with nothing on it. So what are you exporting? You're 100% full being exported. You're not. And you two have merged. You are now one giant train. Yeah, we're not getting delivery trucks, which is a slight worry to me in a way. We're getting trains though, so that is good. That should pick up production. Wait a minute, was that an empty truck? Returning to facility. Okay. We'll see if this starts fixing the, there's not as many. That still could be because half the places are abandoned. It just clumps them together at a distance. Yeah, this isn't brilliant. Okay, so residential demand is picking up more. It's still low, but it's picking up. We have freight trains traveling again with cargo loads. Full. But we're not seeing the outbound traffic jam that we had been, which is a massive problem. Oh, so the sorter train actually does do stuff. Okay. Because that's 60 to 60. I don't know why it's suddenly gone short. It was so short with some of this stuff, but it has. I think what I'll do is grab this. And we're going to pull it kind of this way. There's a lot of traffic on this road anyway. Just stick it on there. And that way they're not going up onto here and then going all the way around. This violates my rule on this thing, but it's kind of stupid how it's slowing down all this traffic. So they shouldn't be going that way unless they really need to get on the highway. And let's make sure they don't do that unless they really need to get on the highway. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I'm not sure how much of a problem it is with these cars poofing either. Because there could be goods heading towards these areas here, but they poof. And Hopefully this other mod that fixes a lot of the way the traffic behaves will fix some of this problem with it being shipped. Ugh! Here's part of the problem. Go away, traffic signal. Go away, traffic signal. Traffic signals causing problems. Part of the reason why these things backed up like that there. Part of the reason why these things are disappearing. There we go, that solves that problem. There's no more backup. Oh, well, demand for everything is still very, very low. But, a big but, indeed. But, it's working a little bit better. It's just an engine with no cars. What's right with you? See, I've got my concern about my freight lines, because that is... This freight line's not working right. It's a big problem, because the city must, and I mean must, be fed. If it is not fed, the city dies. As we just saw. Now we're growing again. We're not making loads of money, but we're growing again. Speed up down this track here, right along the road, slightly below the level of the road, actually. Whee! And into the station. We'll turn the camera around. It loads up. Nope, it's still, now it's just going backwards. There's a traffic jam there of everyone trying to get out. Okay, there we go. And some of these are vans. Oh, wow. There's a lot of delivery vans right there. They're not full. We got some problems. How much cargo's backed up in this terminal? Not that much. Not as much as I thought. This intersection's a moving problem. Oh, maybe with this new traffic mod I can actually start turning traffic lights back on again. So yeah, there's a lot of commercial that's died. This commercial used to be thriving, but there's no goods for them. And so they just keeled over. Demand for residential comes up and goes down again. What is this? This is growing. Surprisingly. Copper in time! I've got my worries with this. Is there a fire truck coming? I don't hear any fire trucks. There they are. Gourmet Fish Stick Factory. Yep, sorry buses, you're stuck. They gotta take care of this fire. Running black ink. I thought they were a fish stick factory. Okay, so we are definitely seeing less of these messages saying that they don't have goods. Even I'm more concerned that it's because the areas have died than they're actually being supplied. Also just push the logistics of the city too far. Do we have just cargo vans coming in from outside the city? No, there's no cargo vans coming in. Because that would be helpful, if you know, had like delivery vans coming in from outside the city, but we don't. We've got trucks and cars, but no delivery vans. problem. I'm going to continue doing research on what is going on as well. Lots of passengers coming in through there. The freight train... I'm amazed they're coming in 8% loaded. They're going out with a decent load. Sometimes. But, like, I wouldn't bother going to a city for an 8% load. It costs too much. And it used to be that these things would also be shipping in goods, but now they're only shipping in material. Which might be because they've got a bunch of factories that can produce goods now. So, yeah. Oh boy. Passengers coming in. Like, these things are barely even loaded, a lot of these cargo ships. 20%, 28%. There's a 100% one right there. That's good. There's a 20%. That went out with 12. That's coming in with 20. This one's coming in with 8. I wouldn't bother with some of these loads. It's at least 50% or forget it. Those ships are expensive to run. We got the one train station now, which is actually serving passengers. Wow. Woohoo! Train station serving passengers. Wow, it's a first. These guys are coming in. So that's backing up a little bit. There's a bunch of delivery vans. Okay, so that seemed to fix the rail problem for now. We might actually have stuff going on now. I don't know where that train just went. It kind of looks like it just disappeared. So he's unloaded his goods, and he is also loading to 40%. There's another train coming in who is unloading his goods. And he's unloaded to... there too. So I think we have our goods coming back into the city again. So some of our commercial will survive. And maybe rebuild. Probably not. The stadium plopped into the freaking nasty area. And you know what? This thing's just sitting here. There. Can I build that official park yet? Nope, don't quite have 10,000 yet. Still a little bit short. Still a little bit short. It's moving as fast as it can. Some more commercials being abandoned. So yeah, I'm kind of inclined to think that a lot of our commercial problems appear to be disappearing, not because they're actually being solved, but because they're just being abandoned. People are giving up. That means they're not just deciding to go out and try to get goods themselves. Yay, the screenshot system is actually working. I'm taking screenshots. Because all I can do now is hope stuff is actually working. And that we're actually getting stuff shipped out. Okay, it crashed for a moment. It froze for a moment because I'm trying to take screenshots. It's processing it. I don't know. We're getting fewer and fewer notifications, but there's also less and less commercial. Which in and of itself is a problem. Yeah, screenshots are having problems right now. Whoopsie, I just took a bunch of screenshots of the same exact thing. That's building. Not all the commercials dying. Just most of it. So yeah, we got the freight trains working again, which is giving me residential demand. And we might have solved the problem a little bit. We are growing. We're almost at 250,000. Yeah. There's not much I can do at the moment. Oh, there's actually people moving into here. It's actually upgrading those buildings. I'll give employees over here some. The employers over here, workers. That'll be a benefit. Well, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you later.